digital marketing is more of marketing and less of digital.
Exactly.
And people think it in a different way. They think it's more of digital and less of marketing. And at the end of the day, what is marketing? You have to convince people to buy your product. So you have to understand human psychology.
Exactly.
See, digital trends will change, platform will change. I remember Facebook UI 10 years back or 5, 6 years back were different, and now the UI is completely different. So the technology will keep on changing, but human psychology will not change. So if somebody is into digital marketing, they should think, how can I do marketing rather than thinking from a digital perspective. I can go and make a post in Canva and I can post it in Facebook. It should be what kind of content you are creating. You don't need to have a fancy post. You don't need to have a fancy video. Your simple text will also work.
Hello viewers, this is Krishnendu. I am your host today. You are watching Champ Story. Today with us, Mr. Rahul Singh, founder of Digital Niti. Hi, Mr. Rahul. How are you?
Hello, Krishnendu. I am good. How are you?
I am very good. So, Mr. Rahul, can you please share something about your Digital Niti? What is Digital Niti? What you are doing? How you start Digital Niti? And about this thing?
See, basically, hello everyone. I run a company called Digital Niti. We are a digital marketing agency based out of Calcutta, in India. So we started Digital Niti 2 years back, primarily to serve startups and small and medium businesses. So our core focus area, if I say, would be Facebook marketing, the LinkedIn marketing. So these are two core focus areas. But we also do entire 360-degree marketing also, like starting from SEO, search engine marketing, email marketing, everything. But if somebody asks you what is the specialty of Digital Niti, so we will say we are primarily focused on Facebook marketing and LinkedIn marketing. So that's about what we do.
You are working for B2B businesses or B2C businesses?
See, we have mixed clients. We have B2B also and we have B2C also. So people who does LinkedIn marketing are primarily from B2B sector, and we also have say B2C customers also, like restaurants, some e-commerce brands. So we have mixed clients. So 60% would be B2C and 40% would be B2C. B2B rather.
Okay. So currently, how many team members you have on your team?
I have a team of 6 people. So this entire people are into execution. They do the execution part. So how I have structured my organization is, the 6-member team are basically assigned different roles. So one guy is managing say 2-3 clients, another guy is managing 3-4 clients. So in our agency we follow a very different culture. Like if a client comes, we give one client to one executive. So he manages his entire thing. So in that way he can get exposure of all these stuff. So these 6 people are into execution, and the business development part, I personally take care of the business development.
Okay, that's very good. So right now it's almost 2 years complete, right? On Digital Niti?
Yes.
Okay. So where is your office located?
We are located over Park Street. Park Street in Calcutta.
So if people want to contact you for digital marketing, how they can contact you?
They can visit our website, www.digitalniti.com.
Okay.
They will get our address and they will get our contact details. Or alternatively, they can find me on LinkedIn also. You can share my details in your description also. If somebody wants to get in touch with me, they can contact me through LinkedIn or through my website.
Okay, fine. So if I ask you the USP of Digital Niti, because every businesses have a USP. So I want to know Digital Niti USP.
See, if you ask about our USP is client satisfaction. Like if you ask me, we charge human from our clients. Like if there is a work which can be done at say 10,000 rupees, I generally charge say 12,000 rupees. Why I charge 12,000 rupees? Because I deliver customer experience. So you must be aware in say in digital marketing, many times many things has to be done overnight. Like client comes and says, boss, I require this landing page to be developed in by tomorrow morning. So those kind of services, I want one video to be made by tomorrow. So we give client a good experience. 24-hour service is available. As in, whenever if there is a problem, if the website is not working or any campaign is not working perfectly, so we try to sort that out immediately. So our USP is basically client satisfaction and client experience.
Okay, okay. So I just want to know, I checked also you were previously in a banking sector, right? So after that you means started Digital Niti. So I just want to know, every businesses have a story. So what is the story behind to start Digital Niti?
Okay, so it's a very good question which you have asked. See, basically, I'm in business since last 2012. I also run another business by the name of PD Ventures. So basically, PD Ventures, we are into payments business. So I'll just give you my story, how what happens. I come from a predominantly a banking and insurance background where I was managing sales and marketing. So even though I worked with insurance companies, banks, so I was into the marketing thing. Basically, say that we call B2B marketing. In 2012, I quit my job and I started a company called PD Ventures. So this PD Ventures is basically we are tied up with a couple of say telecom companies. We are working with say like Vodafone. We are working with Airtel. We work with Paytm for the financial inclusion part. So how does that happen? You will see there are local kirana shops all around. Local kirana shops or say local people who sells vegetables. So these kirana shop and vendors, small vendors, we are converting these people into pseudo bank, small banks, wherein the customer can go and offer basic banking services. Like say today is Sunday. If you want to deposit money into bank, you cannot deposit. But if you go to any of the retail shop, you can go and deposit money in any bank across 24 into 7. So I started this business in 2012, this payment business. Then in 2017, if you can recall, end of 2017, the telecom say internet, there what I would call a revolution came in internet, like Geo launched, and I sensed an opportunity that this internet sector is going to boom. Since Geo has made data so cheap, so I thought why don't we do some business which is aligned towards internet. So that's how I got into digital marketing. See, I already had marketing background, so converting into digital was something which was new for me. So I just did some research, and basically I'm a self-taught digital marketer. I have not done any course and all. A self-taught digital marketer through YouTube, basically through YouTube and Google. So I studied on my own, and in 2018 I started this thing. And by God's grace, we service somewhere around close to 20-25 clients every month, spread all across India. So that's my story. So basically, I run two businesses. One is a payment business, and another is digital marketing.
So there was an opportunity, you grab that opportunity for Digital Niti. So there is a data is cheap, and you think that is a very good.
Yes. So in 2017, I thought this internet is going to boom. So any business which is related to internet, since data has now become cheap, so it is going to boom. So that is how I sensed an opportunity, and I got into digital marketing.
So you are not doing the execution. The six team members are doing the execution.
Yes.
Okay.
Plus, apart from that, we also work with a couple of vendors also, like for website development and all. So we outsource the website development part.
Okay. So means you are only doing the marketing, all kind of website development you outsource that.
Yes. We have couple of our partners who. So if there is a core development work is there, so be it in any platform, WordPress, Shopify, custom. So we have certified vendors, so we outsource the work because client knows us. So when a client comes to us, they say कि मेरा website भी बना दो. So we have to make the website also. So we generally outsource and we get the work done. Okay,
that's fine. So client directly means contact the outsourced person, or you are
in the middle? We are the one point contact. Client has no relation with our outsourced vendor. So we, on behalf of our client, we take the brief from the client, what is his expectation, and we get that thing delivered.
Okay, fine. So wow, that's a good thing. So so you are already Digital Niti is already a successful business. So there are many startups who are in the field of digital marketing. They also want to start their own marketing agency in the coming year, or who just started their upcoming marketing agency. So as a founder of Digital Niti, what suggestion you want to give them?
See, if you ask about suggestion, the one suggestion which I would like to give these startups, start small. See, the problem happens with any business, if somebody wants to start a digital agency or any business, they start in a very big way. They will hire 10 people, they will go for a flashy office, all those stuff. So my advice to people who are starting up, don't invest in getting a fancy office. Don't have too many employees when you are starting off. Don't make an organization top heavy. Like first get clients. If you're starting a business, first get clients, then you hire people. It shouldn't be other way around. Like if you ask me, I have only 6 people because I know if I have 20 client, so this 20 my client can be serviced by these 6 people. She is my daughter who is moving around. So if I have 20 clients, so I know these 20 clients can be serviced by 6 people. But I will only recruit another 10 people when I get. My advice to startup should be
your voice is just big. If you hire another 6 people,
is it audible now?
Yes, yes.
What I was saying is currently I say if I have 20 clients and I have 6 people who are doing the execution part. So I only hire additional people when I get say 50 clients or when I get 100 clients. So the problem with startups which I have seen, they make the wrong hiring decision. They hire people first and then they look out for clients. It should be either way around. First you get clients, then you start hiring people.
Okay.
Then you invest in some lavish office. Otherwise, your money will go for this. So that would be the one piece of advice. And of course, startup is an ever-evolving thing. So you have to continuously innovate yourself. You cannot be rigid. Whatever is there is there. You have to keep innovating yourself.
So every business, when any new startup comes, so there are too many challenges they need to face. You must also face some challenges. How you overcome those challenges? What are those challenges? Means, did you ever demotivate? No, you because you don't know the digital marketing that particular time when you just started. So you are a digital marketing sales guy. So did you ever think, if my staffs are not provide the quality of services, so what I can do? So at the starting point, because you also not confident on the staffs, so how you overcome these things?
See, the one of the challenges, as you rightly said, is whether your people are giving you 100% or not. So how we do at our organization is all our employees are 2 years old. Nobody is less than 2 years old. So we have a culture of new entrepreneurship. Now, how does that work? All my 6 members, say if I talk about this business and say in other business also, I have close to say 10 people. So if you ask about my team size would be 15, 16 people I manage. So what I tell people, you have to be entrepreneurs rather than looking yourself as an employee. You have to look yourself as entrepreneurs. How I am able to grow my business. So say suppose your salary is 20,000 rupees a month. So you have to think, if my salary is 20,000 rupees a month, how should I earn bare minimum 20,000 for the company? And if I earn say if he delivers a value of 40,000 rupees, then what we do? We give him bonus, we keep them motivated. So you have to make your people a partner into a business rather than treating your people as employees. You have to make your people as partners in your business, and then they will feel empowered. Okay, this is my business. Like I never call them employees. I always call them they are my colleagues. So there is a difference between if you call somebody an employee and if you call somebody a colleague. So when your colleague feels this is my business, then they will give you 100%.
Okay, okay, that's fine. So that's how, that is the thing, means you are always when confident on your team, you are treating them as a colleague, and they are also treating them, this is their business. So that's how it never happened. This kind of thing. Okay, that's fine.
Correct.
Okay, so means due to this COVID, there are many businesses are affected. So this digital Niti also affected on this COVID.
No, on contrary, basically on contrary, we have our business has increased. So we are continuously adding people. You can call this as a blessing in disguise. This COVID thing has come as a blessing in disguise for us. You see, everybody wants to get into online. You see, in April, May, June, entire country was closed. So people realize if I don't have an online presence, this can again happen. This COVID thing which is going around, God only knows when it will stop. Unless there is a proper vaccine, this is not going to stop. So the culture, there is a cultural shift in how people are behaving. Like people have stopped eating outside, people have stopped going outside. In a relative terms, pre-COVID and I'm talking about post-COVID. So companies have also started realizing if they are not present online, they would not be able to survive. So this COVID thing, if you ask about us as an organization, we have both. Our business has increased and we have growth.
Okay, that's fine because people are also demand the online marketing demanding are high after COVID. So okay, so do you want to share means if anyone start a marketing agency, how they can start? What are the first step you will take?
See, the first step which I would say would be to gain knowledge, acquire knowledge. If somebody wants to start a digital agency, because see, it's not a you don't have to have a particular set of qualification. What you require is skills. So first you have to identify which skills you have. Like I was naturally inclined towards sales and marketing. If I was not naturally inclined towards sales and marketing, I would not have got into this business. So first you have to think whether if you are starting up something, whether you'll be enjoying that thing. Like if somebody is into a creative side, if somebody is a designer or video editor, so he can also start up his own creative agency. So first you have to have that natural urge whether you are enjoying that work or not. If you want to start up marketing first, don't start marketing because you are seeing there are 10 other people, 10 digital marketing companies who are successful. First you have to think whether that business excites you or not, whether you will be able to work 24/7 or not. Like you are doing this business and today is Sunday, we are doing this interview. Why you are doing? Because you are enjoying this one. I am here because this is part of my job. So I do business 24/7. So unless and until you enjoy something, you should not start. So anybody who wants to start up in marketing, first you have to enjoy marketing, then you have to acquire some skills. So skills can be easily acquired through Google and say YouTube. So I'm a self-taught person. So if I want to study something new, I basically go and check Google and study. So I call Google as is the best teacher.
See, for me also, I am also learn digital marketing through Google and YouTube. Instead of joining an institute on course, if you directly learn from Google, that is the best thing you can learn.
It's a waste of money. I will not call waste of money. Most of the courses which are there in the market, as far as the digital marketing is concerned, is waste of money.
See, so and one thing I also check the institutes who are teaching digital marketing or website designing, they hiring us for designing their website and doing their digital marketing. This is you can say this is a message for every student. If you are going to any institute for learn digital marketing, just check their website. Is their website is good? Is their website is SEO friendly? Use some tools like GTmetrix, Ubersuggest, SEMrush. Check their website score before going to any institute. Check their score, then go to there because all.
As you rightly said, I regularly get people. Yesterday, so one of the guy called me. He somehow got my number to LinkedIn and he called me. So he has completed a course from one of the digital marketing institute in Calcutta. I will not take names. So that costed him close to 45,000-46,000 rupees. So I asked him, didn't you? He did, I think, for 3 months or 6 months, they costed 45,000. I asked him, you didn't get any placement there? And I said, nah, we didn't get any placement. So for last 6 months, he's looking for a job. So I said, instead of investing 45,000 rupees there, what you could have done, you could have studied through, say, Google and YouTube, build up a blog, make your own blog, buy a domain, buy your hosting. If not domain hosting, buy some, or go on WordPress, you'll get a free domain hosting. And whatever you learn through Google and say YouTube, you start implementing there. So rather than going for any course, you should do it on your own. As you rightly said, there are institute who doesn't know digital marketing and they are teaching digital marketing. So, but that is there, but you cannot help. That's the part of any industry.
Yeah, there are many students means after means for in my DigiBrood, I also when I just start this intensive on DigiBrood, there are many students come. Okay, they are saying, okay, I'm not saying the name of the institute because that is also a Kolkata-based institute. That is a very popular digital marketing institute in Kolkata. So there are two students come to take the internship. They are just saying, okay, I just learn SEO and another was learn social media marketing. So well and fine, I just asked them, what do you learn in SEO? Oh, sir, SEO means search engine optimization. Well, fine. So, what is search engine optimization? Just can you please tell me, or can you please do some work for me so I can understand? Yes, sir, I can do. So, what you just do? Just check, install the Yoast SEO plugin and check that is the sir. There is the title limit, character limit, and description character limit. My institute tell me that your character limit and the description when you write that should be green signal in Yoast SEO. The design doesn't even know what is the character limit or description limit in a page. So they just institute tell them that you just need to check that is the green signal. So what is the theory behind that? They don't know. So this kind of and social media marketing. The social media marketing means Canva. I'll create post from Canva and I posted it on social media. So this is not social media marketing and SEO. This is completely, you can say, any basic, anyone can do this thing. Digital marketing is the worst thing. If you really want,
I have a point here. This is I personally believe digital marketing is more of marketing and less of digital.
Exactly.
And people think it in a different way. They think it's more of digital and less of marketing. And at the end of the day, what is marketing? You have to convince people to buy your product. So you have to understand human psychology.
Exactly.
See, digital trends will change, platform will change. I remember Facebook UI 10 years back or 5, 6 years back were different, and now the UI is completely different. So the technology will keep on changing, but human psychology will not change. So if somebody is into digital marketing, they should think, how can I do marketing rather than thinking from a digital perspective. I can go and make a post in Canva and I can post it in Facebook. It should be what kind of content you are creating. You don't need to have a fancy post. You don't need to have a fancy video. Your simple text will also work. That should deliver.
You first need to learn the marketing. Then only you can just learn digital marketing. Digital marketing is just a way of marketing digital way. Nothing else.
Correct.
So that is the thing. So thank you, Mr. Rahul, for giving us this time.
Thank you, Krishnan, for this opportunity. It was great talking to you.
And
all the best to your champ story.
Thank you. Thank you. So viewers, if you are watching this video, please like this video and share this video and subscribe our channel to grow us. Thank you.